Hello everyone, welcome to Tauke Talks, a series of sharing session where we invite local Taukes around Malaysia to share about their entrepreneurship journey and their motivation in starting their business. So I'm Cindy and I'll be your host today. This whole program and this whole session is brought to you by RYSE, RYSE, a program that equips young people with entrepreneurship skill and the knowledge to start their own business. And RYSE is supported by Citi Foundation. So we here at RYSE believe that entrepreneurship is not only for the big company that is successful, but also for the small yet thriving businesses such as Artventure with Sarah. During hard times like the MCO and the hard times during the year 2020, we wanted to showcase the story of small entrepreneurs actually persevering and also pursuing their dreams in entrepreneurship. So I'm happy to welcome our guest today, Sarah from Artventure with Sarah. Hi, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Cindy, for this opportunity for inviting me to give this talk as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sarah, for gracing us with your presence.
And thank you, everyone, for joining this session, taking the time to join this session as well. Thank you so much.
Great. We are all honored to have you here today, and we're looking forward to hearing for what you have to say about entrepreneurship and being an entrepreneur in the art industry. So before we go into the main sharing session, I'll just go through briefly about the agenda of today.
All right. Okay, no problem. Yeah.
All right, so we have a short welcoming session we had earlier. Next, moving on, we'll go into a sharing session where I'll be asking Sarah a few questions. And next, we'll go on to the Q&A session where we'll be focusing on answering the question that you have submitted for Sarah. Or if you have any question that you might have, please submit it in the chat box of the Zoom session. And we'll end off with a short promotion about our new entrepreneurship online program called RYSE Online and also our next Tauke Talk session. So without further ado, let's get into the main session. So Sarah, can you share a bit about about your business, where can we find your business, what kind of product or services you offer, where are you located? Can you share a bit about that?
Okay, basically, I create creative fun learning activity kits. In other words, it's actually a fun learning creative toys for children between 2 to 9 years old. So you'll find inspiring, fun, and simple ideas to keep your children's days full of adventures and joy in Artventure with Sarah. So I mainly use sensory materials such as Play-Doh or fingerpin to come up with thematic kits. For example, in conjunction with the National Day this month, we have came out with our Merdeka kit with Play-Doh, and we add on some loose mini toys that related to our beautiful Malaysia, such as the flag, the durian, the hornbill. You can check it out in my Instagram or even in my Facebook, Artventure with Sarah. So every toy or every box or every kit is so special and unique in its own way. That warms my heart knowing that each kit will, example, plays a very small role in every child's development. And I just can't thank you enough for letting me to be a part of that journey. So where you can find my product, currently, you can find my product in Taman Mall. We display our things at this place called Stand for Makers place up at level 3. Or I'm also, I tag along with Borders Book Fair. And whenever they have a book fair, I will also display my products together with their book fair. There where you can get. Yes, basically now I focus more on online with in Facebook and Instagram. Yes. I hope that answers your question.
Right, you have heard it, guys. If you're interested in her products currently, it could be for your children or maybe your niece or nephew, or even friends that have children that might be interested in these products. You can follow her on her Facebook, her Instagram, or even her website. So please look forward to her product and also support her in any way you can. So moving on to the next question. Sarah, can you share a bit about what inspired you to start your own business, like your background? Do you have a background in art, or was it something that made you take the first step into entrepreneurship?
Okay, to be honest with you, I don't have any background with art. My background I graduate in accountancy. So why I end up doing art now, okay, to be honest, I was kind of forced into this business. This is actually my family business.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yeah, my parents is the manufacturer of the clay, Play-Doh products. My dad is the chemist. So he created a range of different sensory texture kind of clay product. But I have a passion. My passion is with children. I have been loving and wanting to be an early educator since very young because I just love children. So I didn't purposely pursue this educator journey. I was actually, right after I graduated, I worked with my dad. So once I was actually promoting our product to a kindergarten principal, so I just show what range of products we have, how interesting it is to this principal. And then the principal was like, hey Sarah, your products are so lovely, but I don't think my teacher would know how to use them. So why not you teach in my kindergarten as a teacher? I do not have any experience in teaching. Yeah, I do not have any experience. I my I'm from accounting background. I do not really have art background as well. I don't have any lesson. But I since I have the passion to do, I just take this challenge or take this opportunity. That was like 10 years ago. So that's how my teaching career started. I started from one kindy, then it took about 20 kindy. Every day I go different kindy to teach art and craft using the materials we have. I create lessons as well. Yeah, activities suits the children. Yeah. So I did a lot of, I started doing holiday camps, workshop with children as well. Yes, right. It was pretty overwhelming journey over the past 10 years, but it was very, very fruitful one that bring me here today. Yes, so I started Artventure with Sarah right after I had my first boy. That was like when she was 2 years old. That was 5 years ago. I simply started Artventure with Sarah simply because I did a lot, because since I already been teaching children and all, so I also started teaching him. But since when he was 2 years old, I start surveying and then noticed that we Asian moms don't have the idea what to do with our child.
Right.
And then the Western the moment the child can be seated, they already start throwing activities for their children. So that is where I pick up the ideas and then I start to share, because I want to share what simple ideas to our Asian lifestyles. What can we do with our child? That was how I started Artventure with Sarah. And as years goes by, and then I thought, no, since I have the privilege of having those materials I have, and since I already have experience, created a range of a range of lessons I have been teaching. I combine it together into a kit. Like you can see the picture, the picture behind, that is a weather kit. Yeah, so they learn about weather in one kit, about storm, about snowy days, about rainy, sunny, just by playing this box, something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
That is my little story.
Great.
I hope my little story can also inspire the young entrepreneurs.
Yeah, you saw a problem that we had in our Malaysian society and you really went forward to help us solve that problem, especially for young parents, which is really great. Like
Yes,
that's
correct.
what young
Yeah.
entrepreneurs should actually learn, to actually find a problem and solve it through their business. Next, the question would be what were the challenges when you first started? Like when you first started your business, were there any challenges and how did you overcome these challenges?
Challenges, definitely you will face challenges almost every day, right? Yeah, and since it's a family business, I face a lot of challenges with my family with different vision. But of course, thanks to my mom, she has been really, really very supportive. And then, yeah, challenges is a lot of objection and rejection, things like that you will face almost every day. Some people will buy your idea, some people doesn't buy your idea, things like that. And then, yeah, if you are starting your own business, you have to do everything from scratch, from admin work, to marketing. You have to go out and look for sales as well. You have to do your own designing work. Yeah, all these are challenges. But then again, at the end of the day, it is rewarding as well.
Right.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
But it's very, you have to sort of motivate yourself. You have to enjoy the journey. You enjoy the journey along the way. Yes, correct.
Could you say one specific challenge? Can you give us an example of one specific challenge that you went through? Like you talk about how to find marketing, how to find customer. Can you share about that kind of challenges and what did you do specifically to overcome it? Especially from you coming from an art industry, which is quite new to a lot of parents. Like how did you
Yes.
convince parents to actually buy your product or invest in your product?
Okay. Now you're talking about 10 years ago. When the way we are brought up, we are very academic. Parents wants to focus on reading and writing. So when I started doing this and introducing our product, I faced a lot of rejection because parents will say, "Oh, you're so messy. I don't like. I don't want to clean up. I think I prefer my child to read. I prefer to send my child to maths class to count. I prefer to send my child to read English, for Chinese lesson." I'm very academic. When it comes to art and craft, that time many parents cannot accept. Yeah, but nowadays, I see more young mothers are coming out, are more open to this kind of ideas. So I face a different challenge as well because of competitive. But last time, compared to last time, the competitive market is not so much, but to educate is the challenge, to change their perception, how to raise. That was very, very challenging. And my personal character, my personal behavior, I'm a very soft-spoken person. I'm a very introvert person. I don't like to meet people. That was also a challenge that I need to come out of my comfort zone, because you do your business, you have to meet people. That is a must. But so that was one of my major challenge, is to break my comfort.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my major challenges. Right.
Okay, great. Like when you first started your business, right? How did you actually, because I'm pretty sure when you first started, not a lot of people are doing this kind of kits, or not a lot of people are doing this kind of opportunity for parents to learn more about arts. How did you price your product? How did you learn how to this price is suitable, I should sell it, let's say, for example, for like 40 ringgit. How did you know how to price your product?
Okay, because we are manufacturer, our costs are cost effective, are pretty not that expensive. So we price it at a pretty low range. But that doesn't, when it comes to price, is whether you post it at a low price or high price, if the customer doesn't see the value in it, whether it's in 5 ringgit or 50 ringgit, but when the customer doesn't see value in it, they wouldn't purchase it. I tried before low price. I also had very difficulties getting sales. So I tried in a higher price, but putting more value in it, I get better sales. Yeah, you have to add value. Yes, correct. You have to add value. You have to sort of educate your customer. What are the benefits they gain? What are the benefits they will gain by getting this kind of activity kit? Yeah, something like that. That is more important. Yeah, product is product one thing, but what is important is how can it give value to your customer at the end of the day. Yeah.
Great. Like so pricing is not the big issue, it's the value that you can bring to the customer.
Yeah,
Okay.
pricing is not a big issue.
Since you talk about like how you wanted different art to affect different kids, right? Because different kids are different and different kids require different type of interaction, how do you customize your product? Talk about customization. Are your products
Mhm.
customizable to each family, or is it a set type of product?
Not to say customer to each family. I have already like sort of already I set already a basic set. Mainly I use Play-Doh lah. So let's say I want to customize according to the child. Maybe customize according to the girls liking or the boys liking. Girls prefers unicorn or princess, so I can add some unicorns and princess according that. Boys prefer dinosaurs, or superhero, things like that to stir their interest. Okay, that part I could customize according to the customer's needs. Other than that, there are a lot of mutual kind of kit. For example, the ocean for boys and girls is about zoo animals. Yes, boys and girls also. Yes, yeah. All right. Sorry, do you hear my children screaming?
Yeah, a bit.
Jumping around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Talking about customization. In terms of like, because your kit, is it already made in boxes, or how do you manage your inventory? Having like a lot of parts and compartmentalization in your kit.
At this moment, I just purchase what per order. I don't.
Okay.
At this moment because I don't have a huge quantity yet. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So at this moment, because every month I try to change my theme. I try. Okay. Every month I try to change my theme, and I estimate roughly, how many kit I will prepare for that particular month, something like that. Yeah. Right. So my inventory, I would say, still manageable. Yeah.
Right. In terms of, you talk about just now, you talk about themes, right? Like the themes that you try to change, like how do you actually come up with the themes? Is it based on like what the market wants, or is it you feel like this is appropriate theme for an appropriate season?
I will build according to season as well. I will build according to, I feel that the market's interest as well. Yeah, depends. The month is National Day. I will do something to do with National Day so that the children could learn a little bit about our beautiful Malaysia, something like that.
Yeah.
I could show you our Malaysia kit as well. I actually prepared the background, something like that. Our Merdeka kit. So what they have is the tiger, our national animal, or the hornbill, or durian, our national fruits. Yeah, for example, you were asking how I. Okay, can you not disturb me for a moment? Like just now you asked how I decide what theme every month. For example, I follow seasons as well. Like this month is Merdeka, so I created the kit. Add on the flag, our Malaysian flag, the hornbill, the mini tiger, and then you can see the red flower there are our hibiscus. So there is a little background about, hey, come on, about our beautiful Malaysia. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. So yeah, so sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay, no
Where was I? I just forgot.
Yeah, you were just explaining about the Merdeka kit.
Mango seed. Yeah, you can see this. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So every month I try to create something. So in between months that is starting a real kind of kit, like for example a zoo theme or dinosaur theme, things like that.
Okay. Great. Thank you for sharing so much about your theme process. Yeah, it's a bit better. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next question then. I want to ask you about what are the challenges your business is currently facing, and could you share a bit about how you solved that challenge? Because some talking to talk about how the problem started during MCO and how it has brought forward after MCO. Did you face any other problems as
challenges?
Such?
Yeah, of
Challenges or
course.
problems?
I think I face challenges. I face opportunity as well. You can take this as you can use this as an opportunity, or you can take this as what you say, problem, you know, can turn it into an opportunity. Because I also have another business. Wait, okay, Ken. Another business where I conduct play school. All right. So before MCO, I was teaching in a play school with my own program. Okay, later. Play school in Klang. We have a center there. So after MCO, during MCO, yeah, we couldn't conduct any more classes, right? So, but we still try to have lessons with our children, but we can't do Zoom lesson. A lot of kindergarten convert their classes to Zoom, but we can't simply because our children were very, very young, 2 to 4 years old. We can't expect the children to sit down in front of the screen and listen to the teacher. So we started preparing materials, send to the parents, and do video recording how to play around all that. Then after that, the second month of MCO, we have no choice but to shut down our play school. We have no choice. We have to shut down our play school. So that was our problem, or part of our income was no longer there. So then one of the student mother was interested to continue the program. And me and my partner came up with an idea, why not we have our own play school at home, so we can help parents to set up a play school at your own comfort home. So we supply the materials, we supply the lessons, we supply the video, everything. So that turned into an opportunity. Yeah, that turned into an opportunity. Talking about if let's say talking about my kind of activity kit box, I face challenges now is the retailing, physical retailing. The sales drop, obviously. So I have to focus more on social media and online marketing. Yeah, that is the challenges. But you can also, again, from the problem, you convert into opportunity, because online marketing, you can reach out even more. Yeah, you can reach out. If let's say it is physical, is limited to that certain area only. Things like that.
Great. So that's something everybody can learn actually, like to really look at all
Yes.
our, we can either see it as a problem or take it as an opportunity, which even if you're not being a business owner, is a very good insight to have. Thank you so much for sharing about that. From your own perspective,
Yes, indeed.
right? From your own perspective and your own experience, would you encourage young entrepreneurs to actually start their own business? Can you tell us whether it's a yes, no, or why would you say so? Yeah.
I would say definitely a yes, because when you are young, you have full of energy, you have a lot of time, you can afford to make more. You can afford to make more mistakes. No, don't wait until you set up. But it is good to also try to gain experience working for someone first, maybe the first 2 years or 3. Then you can try to also venture into your own business or entrepreneurship. All right, but don't stop yourself from learning. You can always try to learn from others as well, read more books, get yourself updated. All these are very important. And another thing, don't wait until you have your own family, only thing to start your own business where the risk is even higher. Yes, because when you start your own entrepreneur, the risk is there lah. Either you make it or you don't make it. Yeah, right. Of course, you want to make it, you continue. Yeah. So because when you do your own business, you need a lot of effort, you need a lot of time. All these have to be taken place. So, like for me, let's say for me, I already have my own 2 children. So one of the biggest challenges that I'm facing is time management.
Right, because you have children,
So,
right?
yeah, although there's so much I want to do, but I am so limited. I'm so limited because I still have to manage, their study. I have to manage their activities. I have to make sure their well-being and all. And then again, I have to make sure my my business well-being as well. So it was very challenging to manage. So for example, if you are still young, you have all the time to manage your own business. So why not? And you have all the energy as well. Yeah. So by all means, please go all the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you heard guys from Sarah? If you're interested to start a business and you still haven't had a family, go ahead and like try to start your own business, but importantly to gain more experience as well. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Sarah, for answering all the questions I have for you. So now we'll move
Thank you,
on
Cindy.
to the question that the audience have sent in. So we have
Okay,
one
no
question
problem.
because you've managed to answer a few already in the whole session. So one question is,
Okay.
what key points do you use in your marketing to attract your target customer?
What keyboard? Okay, my kind of business is actually kids business, right? So I need, but through social media, who is looking at the product? Parents, right? So my key point is how I do my marketing is I have to show what benefit to the parent that their child can gain. Yeah, that is how I have to keep on giving benefit, and my kind of things, right? Especially for us Asian, we see I don't know how to play, so I do a lot of videos with my child, how to play with it, and then things like that. Most important is you have to show the benefit at the end of the day, how your little one can will gain how your shop, my kind of product will attract children. So I have to put in things very, very cute either unicorn that will attract the child. Mommy, please buy for me. Things like that.
Yeah, I guess that from what Sarah shared earlier, we can really learn about, it goes back to what she said about putting value into your products and how you market that value to your customers, or in terms of how you sell your products through value, which goes back to that. I was just recapping to the audience about how your answer goes back to what you said earlier about putting value into your products and how you sell your products through the value that you instill. So then we have actually one more question from the audience. How do you address the safety part of your products? Because your products generated to kids, so you have to be extra careful, right? Because parents have to feel more secure, especially playing with Play-Doh. How do you like address that issue of the safety?
Okay. Of course, I will state the warning. There's choking hazard suitable for 3 years and above, and then I also will state my Play-Doh ingredient. What are the ingredients in my Play-Doh? All are food-based material. All are food-based ingredients. So it is very safe. For instance, if accidentally add, it's totally fine. But please don't treat it as a food. Yeah, don't treat it as a food. Yeah. So some parents ask me, can my child eat? I say, yeah, accidentally termakan, okay, no problem. But please don't feed them the Play-Doh. Yeah, although it's food, yes, but don't feed them. Yeah, you're most welcome.
Understand. Okay,
Yeah.
so to be transparent about the whole process and to really vet
Yes.
through that the process. Okay. Thank
Yes,
you so
correct.
much for answering all our questions. That's all the questions from the audience. Thank you so much for your
Thank you so
insights,
much.
Sarah. So
Thank you
everybody,
so
that was
much for
Sarah
your
for
time as well.
Artventure with Sarah, sharing about her experience at Tauke Talks, brought to you by RYSE and supported by Citi Foundation. So if you're interested in her business, you can go and find out more about Artventure with Sarah through her social media. You can even message her if you need to buy a kit. So what
Yes.
really motivated Sarah was her need to solve a problem as a parent, to create more of an artistic avenue for parents to explore. And also I also learned a lot about how she talked about instilling values into your product, and as well as constantly learning and gaining more knowledge even though you've reached a point in your
Yes.
entrepreneurship journey. So I hope all of you feel inspired, because I did, from Sarah. And I hope you guys all
Thank
work hard
you.
and really take her wisdom into your life and instill it into your life. So if your goal is to start a business or to learn more about entrepreneurship, or you're just interested in getting a bit more extra knowledge and continuing your learning journey, you can sign up for our new entrepreneurship program called RYSE Online. You can do it online. It's a free course that will happen. It's already happening right now. So if you're interested, you can register through bit.ly/RYSE online. Don't feel afraid to join. You can even invite a friend. So if you're interested, please register through the link, or if you want to find out more about what this program has to offer, you can follow us and find out more through RYSE programs social media page, Facebook, Instagram, and our Instagram. And before we end this entire session, we'll now go through our next Tauke Talk session, which is with Justin, who is the owner of Miss Ellie Tea House. If you have been to the cafe before, you might recognize who he is. If you're interested in learning about how he started off his business and the inspiration behind the company's name or how he started his business, you can now register for his session that's happening next week. And guys, thank you so much for joining us today. This is our handle. If you are interested in finding more about RYSE program, you can go and visit us via our handle. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us today, and
Yes.
really sharing us your journey, and also like helping us understand entrepreneurship in the art
I
industry.
miss you so much.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, thank you so much. We hope all the best for your business and also your
Okay,
journey
thank
as
you
an
so much.
entrepreneur. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
All
guys, for
right.
joining. Bye bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank
Okay.
you.